Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the Couch Critics. I'm Brad, and I'm joined by Samuel. And today we're sticking with a bit of a trend at the moment on the channel. We're going to be talking about jerseys, and this year we're going to be going through, or today we're going to be going through the brand new jerseys that have dropped at each and single club. We did this last year, and the video was well received, and we're going to be doing it again. Don't expect this to be the last jersey video we do in the next week or two. So I think we're planning to do an away jersey, and Samuel and I have got a few different separate videos we've got planned for jerseys. But let's get into it. The past couple of days, we've seen, as we're recording the past couple of days, we've seen a majority of the jerseys drop. Samuel, just going off what you've seen from all the 12 clubs, how would you rate this crop of jerseys for this season?
Yeah, look, there's some really nice ones in there, and then there's Macron. That's my summary. There's been some cool kit releases, some good stuff. Listening to fans, but Macron have dropped the ball, and we'll talk about that in a bit more detail as we get into it.
Yeah. So what we'll do, it'll be similar to like last season's video. Unfortunately, though, we're not together because of the pandemic, so that's why we're doing it over Zoom. But we're going to overlay our little chat with a picture of the jersey, and we're going to be giving it a score out of 10, and then we might just do like an average kind of score between the two of us, and we'll overlay that at the end of the video for you all to have a final little look at how we've rated this year's kits. And we're going to do it in alphabetical order because I feel like that's just probably the easiest way to do things. And we're going to dive straight in with Adelaide United. They were our best rated kits for last season, and for myself, they're up there again. Samuel, first impressions of the Adelaide United kit?
Yeah.
Just to clarify, we're just going to focus on the home kits for now. We'll worry about the away kits in the next one. So yes, first impressions on the Adelaide kit.
Yeah, Adelaide home kit. When it first came out, I was like, "Whoa, they've done it again." They might top the list for home jerseys because it's clean. It's really nice. Having seen what others have done and maybe looking at it a bit more, yeah, I still think it's incredibly clean. I love it's simple, but the white piping kind of on the collar and the sleeve is really nice, and then the pattern down the side is pretty cool. Not sure if I enjoy the change to the Flinders University sponsor. Last year they had the little Flinders logo as well. This year the Flinders is really big. Maybe that's not as good, but I mean overall it's a really just clean. It's one of those kits that I don't think will lose value. Like as a fashion item, you could wear that for years. It's simple. It's nice.
Yeah, when you say it's clean, when you actually do zoom in a bit, you can kind of see some diagonal little tiny stripes on it. It's not that when you look from a distance, you probably wouldn't notice it that much. But yeah, it's really clean. And like you say, the little white stripes on the collar and the sleeves, I really love it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd probably prefer this one over last year's kit, to be honest. I'm a big fan of the Adelaide United kit, and we won't get into the away kit. That's a bit of a stunner too. But the away kit for me is 8.5 out of 10 for me. It's one of the best going around this season.
Yeah, look, I think just having all of them in front of me, I'll probably give this a 7.5. Like it's close up there. It's close, but it could be better. I reckon they could have done just something else. I don't know. It's safe, but it's good safe. Yeah.
Our next kit out of the bag is Brisbane Roar, brought to you by New Balance. First off, for me, a lot of clubs, with the way they present their sponsors on the jersey, say hypothetically, if it was the YouTube logo, they keep it the red and the white, and they wouldn't blend it with their logo. What I really like with Brisbane Roar is the Actron Air logo is black on the predominantly orange and black jersey, but when you look at the away kit, it's blue, which must be the normal colours of it. So they've adapted the colour of the sponsor for the jersey, and I think it matches quite well for me. And for myself, I don't mind it. I've always enjoyed the orange and black kit that Brisbane put out. Yeah, I think it's a good one. I don't think it's the worst. I don't think it's the best. I think it's a good middle ground for me.
Yeah, look, it's better than last season's effort for sure. It's pretty nice. Some of the details are good. I really love the kind of hark back to the Hollandia kind of football club and the origins of
Oh, the Dutch, them being a Dutch club.
yeah, which is kind of where Lions FC come from as well, who were recently in the FFA Cup. It's a nice again. It's pretty clean. It's pretty simple. I don't like the tire tracks though.
Yeah, okay.
I think maybe one or two of them, but I think they're just a bit excessive. I don't quite understand them. I don't think that's matches the Raw at all. So I think they tried something, doesn't quite work for me. It doesn't take away from the entire jersey though. They're fairly out of the way. So for me, I'm going to give it a 7.
Really? I'm going to give it a 7 too.
There you go.
So we're on the money there for Brisbane Roar. I think if you have seen my my ratings of the jerseys before we record this video, I did post them on Twitter. I think that might have changed. I think mine went 6.5. And then I've looked at it again. I said, no, I don't think it's that bad. So don't take what I said on Twitter as gospel. It will change.
Just giving away all our content for free. Crazy.
Yeah, but then I did clarify I will change it. And now we're moving on to the Central Coast Mariners. I think we rated this jersey last season quite well, but this is a new season, a new kit. They've dropped all 3 jerseys, the home, away, and the third kit. And for myself, the home kit, I don't mind it. I don't like it. Who makes it? Paladin by the looks of it.
So Paladin, who entered the scene last season with the Knicks and had sick jerseys. So give your thoughts.
Yeah, so if they did Wellington's last year, Wellington's ones were absolutely garbage. I think this is a lot better than Wellington's from last season. But yeah, I don't mind it. It's a fresh kind of look for Central Coast. The traditional colours there of navy and yellow. Yeah, I don't mind it. I think it's similar to Brisbane. I think it's nice. It's not the best. It's not the worst. I think it's straight down the middle for me. Well, I mean, down the middle out of 10 would be 5. I don't think it's that bad, no. But I'm probably sticking to something similar. I'm probably going with probably a 7 out of 10 for Central Coast.
I disagree.
It's okay. You're entitled to be wrong.
I'm disappointed. I thought Paladin, they did a great job last season with Knicks, particularly the away. And
with Wellington, Wellington's home kit was absolute garbage.
Yeah.
The away kit though, like the bluish navy one was pretty good, but
it definitely showed some promise. But it's boring. It's just a blue sash across the shirt. Like it's a lazy effort, I reckon, from them. And I mean, we'll probably talk about it when we do the away jersey and if we do a third jersey one too. Yeah, it's boring. It's a yellow shirt with a blue bit to hide the sponsor kind of thing. And there's a bit of patterning happening in it. But again, like the raw tie tracks, I don't understand. Is it just to add texture? Because if it is, cool, but who cares? Like, do something interesting with it, make it palm trees. Boring, safe, 4.
4, pretty rough. All right, well, let's move on to Macarthur FC. Now, if you have seen Samuel on the A-League Couch Critics Twitter account, he has been pretty critical of the Macarthur. I know I don't mind it. I think you're, though, a lot more critical of it. Do you want to kick us away with Macarthur? You
don't mind it. I've got so many issues with this strip. Before we even get to design, did they take them out of the shipping box for the Photoshop? They don't fit the players. Poor fella, one of them, it's stretching across his shirt. The cuffs on the sleeve don't meet up properly. That's just straight up a shocker. And then you look at the actual kit. It's look, they've taken a risk. It's their second season. They don't really have an identity. Last season, clean, white, nice. Don't know where the stripes come from. Don't know why you got to, like, you've got the sponsor there. Why is it diagonal? It's a train wreck, an absolute train wreck. The one thing they've got is it's got all the colours of the logo. Nah, it's I'm struggling. It's worse than Central Coast. It's maybe a 2.5. It's shocking.
Going absolutely brutal here. So for me, I'd really like the stripes to go all the way up the jersey. I'm not a big fan of it kind of stopping on like a bit of a diagonal or anything. I think you can make it work with a sponsor, with the sponsor overlapping the stripes. That's my big gripe for it. Not having the stripes go all the way up. I don't mind the away kit, but obviously we're not talking about the away kit. And you're talking about it not fitting. I mean, yeah, they probably didn't fit, but I'm not rating the jerseys on them not fitting the players.
It's all about how you present a jersey, though. Some clubs have done it well, and like if the kit already isn't fantastic, how you show it makes all the difference. And this one just they've had a mare.
I think they're trying to get a bit of vibes from Newcastle United over in England. Yeah, for me, if you have all the stripes go all the way up and it matches well, I think I'm going to rate pretty highly for it. I'd probably literally go straight down the middle. I'd probably go 5, 5.5. We'll go 5.5. Like, I like it. I really like their color scheme, but for me, it's the stripes. The stripes not going all the way up is the real killer for me.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Very good. Well, now we're going to move on to our reigning champions with the Golden Poo jersey. Lol jokes, if you did see Melbourne City's launch, there is a bit of a golden blob over there where the A-League logo will normally go. So we haven't officially seen the new A-League logo yet, but no doubt by the time this video comes out, it'll probably be out. Yes, it's probably like a full stop with a bit of a slash. So anyway.
Yeah, so the gold's Melbourne not actually part of the kit.
So we're looking at a Puma kit for Melbourne City. Samuel, thoughts on it?
It's not terrible. I like now. Okay, so we've talked about this in your jersey video. You mentioned when you're wearing your black and gold Wanderers kit that I'm not a fan of gold on kits of clubs that haven't won anything, particularly the season before. I think it's tacky. Aside from Newcastle, and we'll talk about that gold later, but they've gone with the gold kind of highlights. So the Puma is gold, I'm fairly sure. Maybe that's just on the away kit, actually. So I'm fine with that. It's, again, it's fairly safe as far as kind of City blue shirt goes. Not sold on the white sleeves. I think just a completely blue kit would have looked better. Maybe Sydney kind of dibs that for the season. Yeah, look, it's clean. It's fairly nice. Again, I don't think it's as nice as Adelaide's though. So I'd probably go with Brisbane and give them a 7.
Yeah, I mean, like you talked about the white sleeves, I'm not really a big fan of the sleeves either. If it was a full blue jersey, that might have bumped up a few more votes for me.
Yeah.
Probably, and I think Puma all round, even with Man City, they've been bit average as well. I think it's a 6.5 for me for Melbourne City. I'm not wowed by them. I'm not like grossed out by them, but definitely not thrilled. Speaking of grossed out, we're looking at Melbourne Victory next, or maybe not necessarily. You might not think it's gross, but some a bit of a reaction there. Take us away, Melbourne Victory.
All right, so we're on to Macron number 2, and this one is a number 2. It's what the heck? Yeah, so many issues. They've tried to hide it with some clever lighting, but when you've got a chevron that big and that out of position, mate, you're in trouble. The fluoro, so that you can find the players when they go hiding on pitch, great touch. The logo looks like it's in its armpit. Just how do you get a chevron wrong? Melbourne have gotten it right before. Adidas with the little stripes when Honda was playing and Toivonen. They've had plenty of good chevrons. I don't understand how you get this chevron that wrong. And then it makes the sponsor look terrible underneath. And then like the chevron is there, right? But they've got this underlying diagonal pattern on the blue parts that isn't at the same gradient as the chevron. Fix that up and maybe it looks a whole lot better. But yeah, sorry, Macron. You're a professional brand. You've had months to design these kits. It's such a letdown. Imagine Victory have actually got a better squad. Imagine if they win the league wearing this. It's just.
I don't think they'll be too fussed if they won the league in this, but yeah,
I would. Man, it's worse than Macarthur's home. It's a 1.5 for me.
1.5. You're going absolutely savage. Did we go absolutely savage like this last year?
No, last year's kits were so much better. These ones are terrible.
Yeah, I mean, I probably haven't gone as savage. I'm giving it a 5 because I don't know if I'm game enough to go absolutely garbage, but I think 5 will probably be my worst rating. Yeah, I think I showed it to my wife. I said, "What do you think of this?" And she's like, "What's with the V?"
Yeah,
like being the chevron being so big, and I'm like, "Yeah, I think for me it's just too much." And with Adidas, I've never really experienced a bad Adidas jersey. I probably will once someone will show me. I was like, yeah. But I think Adidas as a kit manufacturer, at least when I used to buy Liverpool jerseys, I thought, that they were pretty solid as a kit manufacturer when they were at Melbourne Victory.
Yeah.
Pretty solid. And for this one, I can't even get a proper look at it with all the bloody fluoro lighting of it. Like I want a proper look, but from what I see there, it's too big.
Yeah. Yeah,
and it stares out at you. It's like, wow, you can't not miss that giant V there. So for me, it's a 5.
Maybe it looks better on the pitch when they're running around, but like I said, the photo shoot makes a big difference. And I don't think Macron were in control of these photo shoots for their clubs, but it's not flattering them at all. It's so bad. It looks like a knockoff. It looks like, it's just been bought off DHgate or something. So, yeah, shocking.
Fake jersey. Yeah. The next one we're looking at now is the Newcastle Jets. And for me, I think this one could have scored a lot better for me if it wasn't the white around their Port of Newcastle logo.
Yeah.
For me, is it a gold or is it a bronze or whatever the jersey is? But whatever it is, it looks like it's gold, okay? It looks like a big throwback to their early days, especially when they won the grand final. For me, I do like a throwback jersey. And for me, I think if it wasn't for the white box around the sponsor, it would rate pretty highly for me. I really enjoy this jersey for me. Samuel, what do you think?
It's gold. Like I like that they've gone back to gold. That's what Newcastle should wear as their home kit. Fantastic. They tried Lincoln with Knights and going the blue and red. Didn't quite work. I think gold is the way to go for them. And I think what disappointed me is they hyped this up for so long. It's not a bad kit. It's not amazing. There's a bit of patterning to the, texture to the actual kit. Yeah, the white around the sponsor definitely takes away. It's fairly clean with the piping, the blue. They just hyped it up so much and it doesn't match the hype. Try not to let that hurt the score. It's a 6. It's nothing amazing. It's a gold kit. Cool. Newcastle fans love it. I don't think anyone else is particularly raving about it. It's going to look good on a sunny day. But, 6.
Well, I guess it's good then Newcastle are enjoying it then.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on to probably another one of your ones you love to hate, the Perth Glory kit. You didn't rate it too well last year, I feel like, and I feel like you're not going to rate it well. Perth Glory takes away.
It's better than last year's, but I've got a few issues. Again, mate, I'm just grumpy this year. Macron, this is the best of the 3 Macron clubs. That's as good as it gets. Again, here's a kit that they kind of hyped up a bit. It's the 25th year, celebration. It's going to be, hints at, our history. There's a bit of patterning, and at least it's, I've had issues with other clubs where the patterning just doesn't make sense. At least this one is, it's the establishment year that the patterning is. and it's in these kind of horizontal stripes or diagonal stripes. That being said, it's just a purple kit with a little bit of orange trim. It's not bad. At least they, took them out of the box before they took a photo of it. But yeah, look, it's a 6. It goes with Newcastle's for me. It's nice without being fantastic.
Yeah, I think I've gone a 6 as well. I mean, I like purple as a colour in jerseys, but I feel like this year and last year for Perth Glory, I've been really disappointed. I think there was a nice year when they had some white stripes on their shoulder. I can't remember what year. There was a nice year that jersey looked good, but
the
big
sponsor isn't great. I mean, it's just big and ugly.
Yeah. I think I know the logo's a flashback, but I'm so glad they've got their new logo because I really don't like the flashback logo because I feel like it's got to be this nice little circle, oval kind of similar kind of shape for the logo. And for Perth Glory, original one, it's like just words and the sun. Yeah, but we're not picking up on the logo, and it is a flashback one, so I'm not going to hold up. But yeah, a 6 for me for Perth, and you went a 6 as well. So there we go. Now, moving on to Sydney FC, I'll let the Sydney FC fan take away with his thoughts on it.
Look, okay, here I'm not going to be too biased because when I initially saw it, I was maybe not too impressed. I like it. It probably goes along the level of the Newcastle of it's clean. It's a clean kit. Under Armour have obviously added their own spice with this double collar kind of thing, double cuff. And there's a bit of patterning. Again, they're claiming it's the Opera House tile kind of pattern. Cool. That's at least you can kind of see where they're coming from. The star sponsor, it's not my favourite. Sydney have had...
Please don't mention that word on this channel. I don't want to give advertising to people like that. But yeah.
Sydney have had a run of not great sponsors on shirts. It's not the worst looking, but yeah. Look, the more I look at it, the more I like it. And I think maybe that's just my Sydney FC bias. I want to like it. The away and the third are way better. So it's a 6.5. I think it's just that bit cleaner than Newcastle and Perth because it doesn't have some of those glaring kind of white around a sponsor or, tacky look. It's all right. It's, yeah. It wasn't worth waiting 2 seasons for.
Yeah, for me, I was going to give it worse, but then I realised I don't think it's on the same par with Macarthur and Melbourne Victory. I've given it a 6. I mean, I'm not rating sponsors, and I'm not going to mention the sponsor, but I absolutely deplore any kind of gambling companies being on jerseys, and I can't wait for when we move to the day when banning of those kind of sponsorships are done because I've got no time for companies like that. But yeah, it's just the same kind of blue splashed over the whole kit. I don't know. I don't know from what I've got here. I can't tell if there's any kind of pattern on it, but it's basic.
Yeah,
I could have went lower, but I'm going to go a 6. And if we had to rate logos, to sponsorships on it, it's not getting a rating whatsoever. But
at least it's got a full blue that we said City's was kind of missing. The white sleeves weren't great.
This one, I think City should have done the same as well.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's a 6 for me. Now, moving on to personally for me, I think it's been the best kit. Actually, no, alphabetical order. We're not going on to that one. We're going on to Wellington Phoenix. I've got to quickly look that up because that was the one I didn't have up in front of me. Samuel, do you want to kick us off about what you think of the new Wellington Phoenix jersey?
Yeah, so I think Paladin just put preference on Phoenix because they've been with them longer. I like that they've gone back to stripes. I think that's good for Phoenix. A bit of a throwback to Eugene Daddy days. Oh, what a player! That being said, 2 stripes is a bit weird. It's not the worst kit. I kind of, the more I look at it, the more I like it. The emblem of Phoenix fits really well, and they've gone all yellow inside the black stripe, so that's cool. I think it's actually fairly clean. I give it a 7. I kind of like it. It's been easy to hate, but I like it.
Yeah, I probably would have given it a bit higher if it wasn't for the stripes not going all the way up. Way up, like the Macarthur. That's my beef. I'm like, I want the stripes to go all the way up. Maybe if the yellow was just a little bit darker, but for me, I'll probably give it a 7 as well. Did you give Wellington a 7? Did you say what did you give to Wellington?
I think that's what I just said. Was it 7? Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's what you gave to Sydney FC as well.
I gave Sydney FC a 6.5. Yeah.
Oh, 6.5 rough. Yeah, no, I don't mind it. I think their away kit though is a really nice one, but the home kit. The home. Yeah, I've given it a 7. Like I think it's one of those. It's not fantastic. It's not terrible. It's a nice kit. It's a nice kit. Would I buy it? Yeah, maybe. But
it's not a must-have.
It's not like amazing.
Yeah.
Now, speaking of amazing, we're probably moving on to probably my favorite kit, and it was one I bought. As I am a fan, but it was one that I bought within hours of it being released that night. Is the new Western Sydney Wanderers jersey. Now, if you watched my jersey video a few weeks ago, you would have noticed how I talked about stripes. I love the stripes or the hoops or whatever you want to call them going all the way around the jersey. And there was a few times when we had a blackout behind where the number would go. Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of that. And we've finally kind of gone back to some of our kits from our early days to celebrate the 10. Yeah, like that Celtic one you've got there. Flashing back to the earlier days of our early kits, even stripes all the way around. This is absolutely gorgeous. And man, I can't stop talking about how much I love this jersey. Really great, absolutely gorgeous. This is what I've been wanting for a long time, is a jersey that throws back to the early days of, like I've been saying, the even hoops, the stripes going all the way around. And as a Wanderers fan, I think it's a must-have. Kappa, the jersey design, I was really disappointed last year. It looks like they've died down on the Kappa logos being everywhere. Yeah. I also looked up their sizes. Far out. They're so different to everything else. Like when I've had Adidas and New Balance and all that kind of thing, and Nike, I've always been about an XL, but for this one, I've gone a 3XL just to be safe. I might.
Yeah, Kappa is a tight boy.
Yeah, so I'm. Yeah, it's great. I love this jersey. For me, it's a 9.5. I couldn't go 10 because I don't think I could ever give a perfect 10 out of 10.
Yeah. Look, it's a very nice kit. There's so much to like about it. Yeah. Just I think what's been shown is simple is good. Simple is good. So they've not mucked around with the stripes, with the hoops. They're all even. The club logo is positioned properly. It's perfect halfway. The Voltaren logo works really well in the kit. They've just worked. They've not worked too hard. They've kept it simple. They've gone back to that first season's kit. My maybe only potential issue is I'm not 100% sold on the cuff on the double collar kind of bit. Yeah, it's not terrible though. I don't like the gold of the Kappa. Look, that's just me. Sure, you've got a gold star from the Champions League, but that's as far as it can go for me.
Because I don't think any other A-League club could go further than that.
That's right. So anyway, so I think it's clean. It's probably the best home jersey of the lot. For me, I give it a 9. Yep, gold logo, gold Kappa logos, a deduction, of course. 9, really nice. Otherwise, really solid kit. Wanderers have done well.
Yeah, it's very good to see the Wanderers on top of the ladder there. I won't get used to it, but I'll enjoy it while it lasts. But keeping with the Kappa theme, we're off to Western United's jersey, and I know for all the hate they get for their stadium, they're probably the nomadic club of the competition. I do feel like this is another pretty good jersey from Western United. They haven't really let down in terms of jerseys, although it looks like there's a bit of a fade there at the bottom of the jersey.
Yeah, but fades to black.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of fades, but you know what? I still think it's a pretty solid jersey. I think the green and black stripes they haven't let me down. I could probably rate this even higher if it wasn't for the fade. I'm going with a 7.5. I really enjoy the kit. If it wasn't for the fade, I'd probably enjoyed it a lot more.
Yeah, look, for me, it's nice. It's I wonder what the point of releasing a new home kit each season has been, because they're pretty much all the same. Like it's not that different to last year's. The fade actually is probably worse than last year's, but it's simple. It's fairly clean. Irony in having a sponsor that says the Great Australian Builder when they can't build a stadium, but that's maybe less of an actual.
Gotta love a broken record.
Yeah, design flaw. Yeah, look.
For me though, the stripes. It seems like the stripes are on the back as well. So for Western United, they always used to be black all the way down the back, and like the Wanderers, I always like the stripes being on the back as well.
I haven't seen the back of the jersey yet, so that's
I just had a look on their Twitter page, and their stripes are down the backs actually.
Okay.
No, I'm going to stick with 7.5, but that's a really big love there from me with the stripes down the back.
For me, I don't think it's as clean as some of the others just because of the fade. I think it probably sits with Sydney's for me at a 6.5. Yeah.
Well, all the clubs can thank me for being a bit more generous to get the average score up a little bit. But that's all the clubs, Samuel. We've gotten through all 12 clubs in I don't know how much time, but
been a while. Deep dive.
That's a wrap on the 2021-22 season jerseys. And like we said, we're going to go through the away kits. I don't think we're going to go through the third kits, but I think we'll probably just give a quick mention to the third kits in our away jerseys. Yeah.
I might go savage on the third kits, maybe.
Okay, maybe you'll
just solo.
Yeah, the Sydney FC one. What an absolute shocker, the third kit. Yeah, it's not bad, eh? Yeah, they really get the purple right there. But yeah, as we're speaking now, I think Samuel's going to get the average scores pop up on, or you'll probably maybe get a column of how we've rated each jersey and then the average total. Don't worry, Samuel, I've written down what we've rated every single one. So
nice.
You won't have to go through the whole video to get everything. But yeah, let us know in the comments what you think about the jerseys. Have we got the ratings right? Have we got them absolutely wrong? Let us know what you think of the jerseys. And if you like these rating jersey ones, let us know, because we absolutely love going through it, and we hope you did too. Samuel, any last thoughts before we sign off here?
Look, love a good kit reveal. Some clubs done it right. Others, sorry, Macron, but pick up your game. Love looking at a kit. It's just seeing your jersey, your team's jersey, just adds the excitement of getting ready for the season. So I think that's why we love looking at them, because it's like, the season's here. Like, the kits are released. There's something tangible, beautiful. And if any, football shirt companies want to sponsor our bids, get on it.
Absolutely love it. Yeah, if you want to send us a free jersey, go for it. I'm all around that. I'm not going to knock it back.
Yes. Excellent. No, good fun. We'll see you for the away kits.
All right, see you.